Guys, welcome back to In the Pan with Jan. I know it's been a long time. I'm so sorry. We've been dealing with a whole lot over the past few months, from moving to being sick with the strep throat and the colds and unpacking and getting everything fixed and settled in with our new home. And so far, with God's grace, it's coming along. And I thought that today, since it's starting to warm up and be springtime, and I think we've honestly jumped from a few days of spring to summer, because it's been hitting close to 80 or low over here. And it's hard to believe, even though it's just April, but I love the beautiful weather. So since it's hot, this is one of our favorite recipes. It's a Kool-Aid pie. And who does not love Kool-Aid, right? Kids, adults, whatever. And since it's like that, a lot of us are out doing, when we can, yard work, playing with our kids. Our kiddos are home with us right now. So let's do a cool, simple treat that's easy for anybody. I mean, a kid can throw this together. My little girl loves doing this recipe with me. And when she found out I was doing it, she was excited. We've already almost finished one, so I thought, well, the next one I think I'll just go ahead and do on camera. All it takes, guys, to make a fast and simple Kool-Aid pie is 4 ingredients. It's easy. I mean, it's smooth, creamy, and cold while it's hot. It only takes an hour or two, probably an hour tops. I mean, the longer you leave it, the flavor, just like anything else, is going to set in and get better and better, I promise you. But 4 easy ingredients. It's also very cheap. All you need to make a Kool-Aid pie is 1 8-ounce bowl of Cool Whip, and I will also list the ingredients as I say them on the screen. So 1 8-ounce bowl of Cool Whip, 1 graham cracker pie crust, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and then 1 packet of your choice of Kool-Aid powder. You don't have to use the brand I'm using. You can use the generics of any of these, any flavor of Kool-Aid. This one is the blue raspberry. It's one of our favorites. I recommend the cherry. It is absolutely delicious. The black cherry is one of our top favorites. A lemonade right now goes really well in warm temperatures. But this is one of our favorites, but you can choose any brand of these that you wish, as long as you keep it 8 ounce of this and the ounce of this can and all this. But choose any Kool-Aid flavor you want. The next thing you'll need to do is, let's go ahead and get our pie crust open and get it prepped. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I should have had some of this open from the get-go. But I didn't think. All this glue off these plastic so it don't get in your food. And open your pie crust up. I also recommend like orange. You can do an orange cream and put extra Cool Whip on the top. That is really good. My little girl likes grape. A grape one's really good. So whatever flavor you choose, just do it however. I've also mixed flavors. This is something I've done for years. I have mixed, I think, cherry and lemon together on, like, made layers. That's really good. I'm trying to think of another flavor. Strawberry and punch, I think I've done. So any flavors you want, just go with it. So let's put that aside. And it's better to have your Cool Whip as thawed as you can. Mine's not entirely thawed, as you can see, but it's fairly thawed. So let's scrape all that out into our bowl. And this, like I said, is so simple that it takes maybe 5-10 minutes tops to get it completed and get in your fridge to chill. It comes together. You'll see that this starts thickening up fairly fast. So I mean, it really is. I mean, you could probably go ahead and eat it as soon as you put it together, but it's better to let it firm up a little bit in your fridge. Or if you want to do it, and I have, because everybody sometimes wants this once you make it, put it in your deep freezer or your fridge freezer for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. I mean, a few minutes, you got a good freezer, it's going to come together really quick. So, stir this around just a little bit to help break this up a little bit more. Then, you're going to add the entire can, guys, not just a little bit. You want the entire can of this. We're going to add every last drop that we can get out of this can of the sweetened condensed milk. And sometimes the sweetened condensed milk can give a milky or flat taste to things that just don't taste natural. But honestly, with this, once the flavor sets in with the Kool-Aid, it sweetens the Kool-Aid. It is not tart. Now, the lemonade flavors can be a little tart, but this gives it just the amount of sweetness you need. And for the lemonade to come through being a little tart, if you like it more on the tart side, then it gives it the perfect amount of sweet and sour, in my opinion. If you want things to be a little more sour, like my mom, she prefers her Kool-Aid pies to be a little more sour. So she adds a pack to a pack and a half, sometimes 2 whole packs. Now, occasionally, I do like to do that when I am making a plain lemonade pie, because I get in moods where when I get lemonade, I want, kind of sour, not as sweet. Again, do it how you like to do it. If you don't like sour lemonade, stick with a pack. Don't go over that. If you like things a little bit sour, do a pack and a fourth or a pack and a half. If you want things really sour, do the whole 2 packs. And again, you can mix flavors however you want. This is just a simple and fun recipe. Just to do with your kids, if nothing else, while they're home, along with their schoolwork. Let them get in the kitchen and, help with this. And it's going to take the color of the Kool-Aid, so you don't have to worry about food coloring. It is sticky while you're doing this, I'll warn you. But as you can see, even if you Cool Whip is a little bit thick, it's going to start breaking it down. And if you get a few lumps in it, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. But try to get it as smooth as you can. You can do this with a mixer, guys, but if you're not careful, you will make the Kool-Aid and the sweetened condensed milk make it a little thin. And it probably will thicken back up, but I recommend just getting a spoon or a whisk. And it just comes together really quickly. I have most of the lumps out. There might be just a few here hit and miss there, but we'll keep stirring all this in. And I think years ago, we had a Christmas party for the family, and a woman there I've known since I was little had come, and she had brought a cherry one, and I had never heard of a Kool-Aid pie until then. And ever since then, I was like, oh gosh, that is so good, and it's just easy, and something I don't make. I've lost my Kool-Aid, there it is. I don't make every day, I don't make it all the time, but it is like when the warm weather starts, we do enjoy having it more, because it's hot, and it just cools you off. And it's easy, it's simple and fast. And you just pour every bit of the Kool-Aid that you can do. And if you wanted to buy, I know sometimes my mom would, and other people, they would buy the canisters of the Kool-Aid. You can do that, but just remember, try to get it as close to a pack as you can, or as much. I'm not sure the measurements straight out of the can. If you just got it out by the tablespoons or anything, it might be something I can look up and post later. But I know that you can do that if that's all you carry. You could taste this. You could put this in here right now after it's stirred up. I wouldn't recommend it until you stir it in, because it is very sour. My little girl found that out the other day when I didn't realize some of it wasn't always stirred in. I let her lick the bowl. She got all of the sour powder. So, but you can do this by taste. You could tell if you like it as sweet or sour as you want. Because once it's blended, it's ready to go. It just has to set and thicken. But as you can see, the consistency is already starting to change. And the sweetened condensed milk, that is your thickener. And it is going to thicken everything up. And as you can see, my spoon, if you do the drag test, is already starting to thicken up. And I love this teal color that this blue raspberry lemonade starts to give it. It's almost the color of my bowl. Now, I probably should have picked a different bowl for this. I never thought about that, but we'll work with it. But as you can see, it's starting to not separate, but it's starting to thicken. And once it does that, right here, just let it drop right off there. It's almost ready to spoon out to your crust. So let's stir it just for a few more seconds. This is where you get the arm workout, ladies. It gets thick. And as I said, you can do your spoon test. I like mine to get a little bit thicker than that before I start spooning it out. You want it to hardly not come off your spoon, because then you know it's on the verge of being ready to be put into the fridge or freezer. And within, like I said, 15-30 minutes tops. Even your freezer, you could probably start eating it right away. And if you wanted to, if you didn't even want to use the pie crust, but you wanted this creamy goodness, you could just make this up, put it in a bowl, and just eat this. sometimes I get tired of eating the crust, and I'll leave my crust on the plate and just eat the filling. I mean, it's either way, you can't go wrong. All right, let's see. Okay, guys, that's what you want. It's hanging there. It's smooth. It's creamy. This consistency is what you need. So all you do from this point, it's going to be a thick batter, and just spoon it out into your bowl, your crust. And let's take this, whoops, smooth some of this down. I'm going to knock something off and make a mess yet. And like I said, this is something cheap and easy. Your kids would love to do it. I mean, they last for quite a few days in the fridge. It's not something that is going to expire in like 2 or 3 days. It's going to stay in there good for at least probably 4 or 5. I mean, but kid you not, it's probably not going to last that long if you really enjoy them. They're not. Especially the kids, this is something that they really seem to enjoy, and it's something that they can do without making such a big mess, and it lets them learn a little independence. It makes them feel like they're doing something special in the kitchen. So let them get in there and help you make it. And for the homeschool parents out there, you know, I know a lot of them incorporate like home ec, cooking, keyboarding, Bible studies into it to help earn their hours. That's what my little girl does. This is also something they can do in their home ec or home life section of homeschool. And it's really good. It teaches them a little bit of independence, because that's what we want. We want them to grow up and be good people and knowledgeable when they get out on their own and be able to fend for themselves. Especially in times like what we're having now. So now, and this also gets the family involved if you want to make it a family ordeal. You don't have to have it really smooth. You don't have to have it pretty. I mean, you can make it pretty. I like making mine a little bit pretty. As pretty as I can get it. And you can see it's not going to be a runny batter. It's just staying pretty thick on my spoon. But get as much as you can off. And smooth it out to the best of your ability so it comes out even. And as you can see, this pie is pretty much set. It's not going to jiggle. It's not going to bubble. So all you do is from here, take your lid, put it back on your pie, put it back in your fridge, deep freezer, whatever is your choice. Let it thaw, gosh, I'm tired, sorry guys. Let it chill for 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever your preference is. If you want it before you go to bed for a midnight snack or after dinner, a treat during school, whatever your preference is, go ahead and let it chill and get ready. Keep it refrigerated. Once you make it, this has to stay refrigerated. It's the only thing, guys, because it does have coolers in it. So it's not one of those pies you can just leave it out on the counter or out on the stove. It has to be refrigerated. Let it chill. Try this, guys. You'll love it. If you're a fan of Kool-Aid, just cool, sweet treats in the hot weather, this is the way to go. It's refreshing. It is a little heavy because of the sweetened condensed milk, but other than that, guys, it's really good. It's a light kind of, snack just to have. It's easy. It's not one of them you got to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Not a lot of cleanup. Look, I have a bowl and a spoon. That is my cleanup. That is my dishes. That is it. A bowl and a spoon. Besides wiping down my counter. And I mean, that's it, guys. So enjoy it. We had one of these last night. It was really good. We made the pink lemonade version. That was the first time I think we made that version of it. Absolutely delicious. So if you really enjoy cool snacks in this hot weather, this is the route to go. I thank you guys for all staying with me. I hope you all stay safe and healthy. We are all blessed to be here another day. So on that note, if you like what you see, give me a like. If you want notifications, click that little bell. And write me on Facebook. Give me ideas of what you guys want to see. I have a Facebook page, In the Pan with Jan. Give me a message on YouTube. If you got any ideas or tips or anything. And I apologize again for the long await for a video. So hopefully from this point on, I can keep it going. I've got some other videos that I'm planning to make, and hopefully I'm going to try to start having at least 1 or 2 a week. That's my goal. Can't promise you, with everything going on, but I plan to at least have one, at least once a week, if nothing else, for you guys. So, stay safe. Y'all blessed. I'll see you next time. Bye.